Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your Mercury Retrograde Tarot reading. Mercury is going retrograde in the sign of Libra starting September 27th through October 18th, and Libra is the house of relationships and karma. So this is all about karmic balance in our lessons with relationships that we've been dealing with in 2021, because this retrograde is the third and final retrograde of Mercury for 2021, moving through the air signs. The first one was end of January through February in Aquarius back into Pisces. The second one was end of May through June in Gemini, and now we are entering the last and final in Libra at the end of September, going through October. Now, all three of these retrogrades are connected. So we're going to look at the overall story between all three Mercury retrogrades for this year, and then dive deeper into this last one and what that means for you specifically. So let's see what is happening for Capricorn with these retrogrades. All right, the first one, Five of Wands, disharmony, imbalance. The second is the Magician. And the one that we are just now entering is the King of Swords. Excellent. All right, so overall, for this year, Capricorn with Mercury retrograde, this has definitely been more about the soul and the mind for you, because this is soul, mind, and then emotions. Each the first retrograde, the second retrograde, and now what we're going into. And here with the Five of Wands for the soul, there was a lot of conflict inside of you when it comes to relationships. And seventh house is all relationships, friends, family, romance, the relationship with yourself, the relationship with spirit, okay? And there was just a lot of internal battle and conflict early in the year, you know, around certain relationships in your life, and you really trying to decide, you know, are these people true? Do they really have my back? Kind of just trying to find your place, things being very unbalanced. And you know, when the retrograde came around and happened, it intensified those energies, okay? Because ultimately, this year, all these, the lessons coming with the retrogrades is to really balance you out mentally, Capricorn, so you can come into a place of decision and realize your magic, your worth, your power, what you bring to the table in any relationship. So this, you know, first part of the year, there's just a lot of imbalance within, and the retrograde intensified that. However, we come to the middle of the year, things now shift and change for you. Something magical happened for you in the month of June. This could have been a new person coming in. This could have been, you know, a raise, getting a new job, starting your own business, a big move. There's just some magic that came, and along with that, stability. Okay, not so much of this imbalance, this confusion of where you belong. And now here we come with this last retrograde, Capricorn, and it's all about you truly getting your mind right when it comes to relationships. It's something about like the boundaries. So let's pull some more cards and go deeper. Like, yeah, you really standing your ground and not being afraid to lose people or to offend people. Look at this flew out as I'm saying that. Live from your spirit. It's always good to be compromising and flexible in relationships, but this may have been where you were just being too compromising, too flexible, or for whatever reason, important relationships, there was a big imbalance or distortion of energy where more of the weight of responsibility and things was falling on you, which made you in conflict. But all of that was to teach you like your worth, your value, and what you are capable of, and turning you into this King of Wands or King of Swords energy, whether you are male or female. This is somebody who is determined, is decided, intelligent, knows when to act, when to hold back, has it together, has their mind right, very balanced energy, making things happen in their life, not putting up with people's crap, being very honest, straightforward, and blunt. Whereas maybe you've been one to hold back, and these different lessons that you've been learning through relationships this year have given you your voice. Right, let's put some more cards. Wake up call. Make no judgments. And begin to explore. All right. So the imbalance, the distorted energy, you having to carry more of the weight in certain relationships was for great purpose. The wake-up call, Capricorn, you really didn't know what you were capable of. Some of you may have had some like separation issues, anxiety, where you really don't like to be alone in your own energy for too long. Like you start feeling nervous. And so maybe you surrounded yourself by people that weren't the greatest people, but people that would be there. Hey, you want to come over? You want to hang out? You want to chill? Yeah, I sure. Can you come pick me up because they don't have a car? Or hey, do you want to like go out to eat tonight? You want to go see a movie with me? I'd love to, but I don't have any money. So it's like you got to pay their way. Things like that, okay? Where it's like you're carrying more of the weight in relationships than it's your fair share. And it's for purpose, because you don't know what you're capable of, and you don't realize how much you hold it together for other people. I'm getting like you may have felt very insecure of yourself, like if I didn't have this romance in my life, I couldn't XYZ, or if I didn't have these friends, or if I didn't have this family, I couldn't XYZ. Not seeing your potential, and spirit wanting to awaken you deep within. And this potential does not have to be around relationships, but it's through your relationships that this awakening is taking place, of your gifts, your talents, your abilities, that you don't need anybody. And here, the second retrograde is like, you don't need to turn the other way. It's best to walk alone than to have to carry the dead weight of others, okay? That was a big lesson you were working on through these two retrogrades. And it's like the retrograde energies brought, you know, different things back that stirred that up, that got you in that thinking, you know, once again, maybe accepting less than you deserve out of connections and relationships. But now, as we come into this final retrograde, you're done. Capricorn, you know who you are. You know your worth. You know your value. And instead of the past being returned for you in this retrograde, I don't see that at all. This retrograde is like clearing the past, coming full circle, and bringing in a bunch of new energy for you that's aligned with you. That's even. If you call, hey, you want to go out to eat, you want to go see a movie? Yeah, you know what? Let me treat you tonight, Capricorn. Those kind of relationships that are participational back in every way, you know, energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of it, whether it's a friend, a family member, romance. It's time for balance, and you've learned your lessons. And the main thing was for you to know your worth and value and potential, not only in choosing the company you keep in the future, but also bringing an awakening, something to life within you. Okay, and I feel for a lot of you, it's around like job, career, like you were learning some deeper lesson through relationships that's not around having interaction or relationships, okay? So let's pull some more cards. Here are the ancient ones, and look at that. That's with the wake-up call. So ancestors definitely working with you this year through these retrogrades. We are all connected. And protect the wild and green. Green is the color of the heart chakra, Capricorn. And this here, the King of Swords, begin to explore, protect the wild and green. This is telling me that your relationships in general are going to be strong and real and solid after this retrograde and moving through 2022. All right. You've settled for less. You've given more in a lot of relationships. And I feel earlier in the year, you may have actually separated yourself from some people that were overstepping their boundaries, taking advantage of you. All right. And then come mid-year, you know, you're in a place where whether somebody is good to you or not, you still honor your emotion for them, your history with them. You still honor that. Like, all things are connected, and you know that. But you've come to the realization that you can't always look at those you love with rose-colored glasses, and you can't always turn the other way, because it steals from your energy and your magic, which prevents you from progressing in life, from reaching your dreams and your success and your potential. Okay, maybe you have been giving way too much to your relationships, which has not allowed enough energy for you to pursue your dreams, your happiness, and your success. And this final retrograde, it all becomes very clear to you, Capricorn, and you're ready to let the old go, what doesn't serve you, what, you know, drags you down, not just relationships with others, but the relationship you have with yourself, negative thinking, negative patterns of behavior. You're snapping out of all of that, and you are coming into your full self, coming into full bloom, because it's time to reach peaks of potential in multiple areas of your life. So let's pull some cards specifically on this Mercury retrograde through Libra, and how that's balancing karma, and how it's impacting your relationships. All right, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, the World. Oh, that is great. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, selfish energy, imbalanced energy, and that's what you're coming out of, okay? Those type of connections and situations. And you're coming into this beautiful Nine of Cups energy, which is emotional fulfillment, happiness, satisfaction, wish fulfillment in an emotional way with this offer, this gesture towards Capricorn. And this to me is excuse me, these 9 cups represent different connections in your life, and these connections are in the Nine of Cups energy, a very beautiful flow between you and another person, okay? And with the World, oh yes, Capricorn, this goes beyond relationship energy for you guys. Your karma is very balanced, and it's time for blessings. It's time for success. It's time for wish fulfillment. And now it's like you have the support of others, the support beneath your feet, and being there for yourself to accomplish big, big things. And this all becomes very realized by you through this last Mercury retrograde. And in 2022, relationships are good, and I feel you are really working hard towards a dream, a bigger success, because you've obtained these lessons throughout 2021 with these Mercury retrogrades. So this retrograde, what it's doing for you, truly releasing the past and moving you into happiness, emotional fulfillment, really strong connections, knowing self and feeling solid and feeling like you have a plan. All right, let's pull some more tarot. All right, these flew out. Yes, it's time for success. You're really building yourself, Capricorn, especially in your profession, your career, and you're going to have the energy to make these dreams happen now because you understand the balance of what you need to give to a relationship and what you need to give to yourself. Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, Hanged Man, Five of Cups. Okay, Capricorn, you also have somebody that's going to be trying to come back into your world, into your life. I think for a long time, you've waited on an apology from this person or for them to resurface back into your world. But now, in this retrograde, like when they finally come back in, you are like, you know what? I've expanded, I've grown beyond the connection that we shared. And you block it. You don't want them in. You don't want them back in. And I feel in the past, like for a very long time, you had hoped for a reconciliation. This could be a family member, a friend, or a romance, okay? And something severed the relationship for a period of time. And you had hoped that you guys would eventually work things out, get back together. And perhaps that's what sparked a deep motivation for you to really work on yourself and to grow and expand in every way possible. And all of that has now happened. However, through this retrograde, it's like there's somebody coming back to you, but you don't want them anymore, and you don't realize you don't want them anymore until this retrograde brings them back to you. And it's interesting, they broke your heart, but now it's like your refusal to let them back in, it actually breaks theirs. And you're like, are you kidding me? You walked away, you did XYZ. How was your heart not broke when this relationship severed back then? But now, because I've healed, I've grown, and I've moved on, your heart's broken? I don't think so. You're strong, you're empowered, and anybody who has done you dirty, you're not interested in letting them back in, even if in the past you wanted them. Because there's, remember, a lot of internal conflict here, but you're totally resolved, Capricorn. This retrograde really ties up any loose ends emotionally of relationships that are severed, and you're ready to walk away. You don't feel hung up on any of that anymore. It doesn't hurt you anymore. You've learned all the lessons attached to those relationships. Okay, you've built yourself, you've worked on yourself, and now it's time for real soul tribe, true, strong, solid relationships that you can build with. And also a big focus of you continuing to build yourself and reaching, peaks of potential, again, in multiple areas of your life. So this looks fantastic, Capricorn. All right, let's pull another card. You don't want them back. No matter who it is, you're like water under the bridge. I forgive and I forget, but our paths may never cross again. I don't need you close to me. The further away, the better. I wish you well. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for the lessons. But I got to get moving on now. Respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. How perfect is that? Yeah, even if somebody really hurt you, harmed you, you're over it. You're healed. You're not in pain anymore. And, you know, if they want to make it right, you're all about clearing the air. But you don't want them close to you. You've realized who you are. And, you know, you can forgive and forget, but you can't erase, right? You can't undo. Once trust is totally shattered, I don't feel it can ever be restored, right? You can forgive, you can forget, you can let bygones be bygones, you can move forward with no ill intention in your heart whatsoever. But that doesn't mean that you would ever be able to trust somebody again. And you've figured that out, you've learned that lesson, and so you're ready to let any relationship go where you can't trust. And there's no fear, there's no internal conflict, there's no pain about it anymore. Love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. Oh, look at you, Capricorn. It is time for solid love in all your relationships, including the relationship you have with yourself. Love and respect for yourself, the same as you would have for anybody who is near and dear to your heart. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.